Hello and welcome to my first ever monthly book wrap up. Woohoo! Technically this isn't a monthly wrap because these are the books I read over September and October, so 2 months, but I'm gonna say it's 1 month to make it look more impressive. I don't read fast. See, what did I read first? I have my books all scattered about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I read 7 books. 2 of them are really short, so I'm not sure if I should really count those, but we're gonna count it anyways to seem more impressive. The first book I read it literally the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of September. It's The Girls by Emma Klein. The girl, so how does this work exactly? I've never done this before. Do I explain the book and then say how I felt about it? That seems right. Okay. The Girls is about a girl who's growing up. I read this 2 months ago. I have a terrible memory. The Girls is about this younger girl. I think she's like 14. She is kind of looking to spice up her life. Is that right? I don't know. She comes across these girls when out on the town one day, and they are just so cool. She's infatuated with these girls. She befriends them, and turns out they're part of a cult. I thought this book was like the Charlie Manson cult. It's not. It's like a cult based on Charlie Manson. I kept waiting to hear about Charles Manson. Never came up. But yeah, that's basically what happens, I think. I think I described that well. I don't know. Let me see. I gave this book 2 stars, which is a little bit sad because I thought I was really gonna like it because I love culty things and it takes place in the 60s and I just love the 60s and the 70s and just summer of love, as you can probably tell. I'll read you my Goodreads review because I honestly, this book did not stick in my mind. I literally don't remember what it was about. And that was a month, like 2 months ago, beginning of September. It's almost the beginning of November now. Okay. Like everyone else said, this book deals with a lot of internal dialogue. The main character, Evie, has little to nothing to actually characters. Oh, sorry. I can't read. Like everyone else said, the book deals a lot with internal dialogue. The main character, Evie, says little to nothing to actual characters, and instead she talks the reader through her thoughts. Yes, she is a 14-year-old girl, and this is somewhat accurate on that being most teenage girls are quite self-conscious and not sure what to actually say most of the time, but there was far too much of this, ... Too many unnecessary details as well. Didn't live up to the hype. 2 stars. Yeah, I still feel that way. This book, it's literally just her thoughts, which when you have like a first person perspective, I can understand why, especially when she's a teenage girl and especially when she's a teenage girl and second guessing herself all the time. But I don't know, it's just it kind of annoyed me. I think I want a main character closer in age, I guess. I don't know, so I can relate to her more, even though the books I did end up liking don't even have girls in them hardly at all. But yeah, moving on. Next, I read I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This book, I'm not sure how to explain it without giving it all away. This book is about a couple, a man and his girlfriend, who are going to the man's house, whatever his name is. Why am I so awful at remembering things, honestly? Jake. Jake and his girlfriend are going to his parents' house to have dinner. And it's a snowy night. It is mind-bending, may I say. It is... yeah, that's about it. It makes you nervous. Personally, I like the second half, or personally, I like the first half a lot better than the second half, but that's just me. I also watched the movie that this book was based on, that they created of this book. I'm so terrible at talking. Movie was not good. Didn't like it. But that's besides the point. I gave the book 4 stars. I give like every book 4 stars though, so meh. Did I really just go meh? My Goodreads review. I liked it. I liked it. A lot. I shouldn't have. I feel like I don't even know what happened. But I enjoyed the journey. Yeah, that about sums it up as well. I've heard a lot of people say this is like an A24 movie. I agree. I feel like if the movie was made by A24, it would have been so much better. But that's just my opinion. These are all my opinions. And yeah, if you like to be anxiety ridden, pick it up. What do I read next? Next, I read The Devil All the Time. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of booktubers? Literally all of their recommendations. The Devil All the Time by Donald Ray Pollock. This book, let me tell you what it's about. Hold up, rewind. This book is about, what's it about? It follows the story of a few different characters, and they're all messed up. Everyone's crazy. Everyone's a psychopath, basically. They just all do a bunch of bad stuff. Nobody's a good guy. I mean, I guess the one guy's a good guy, but he still does bad stuff. Murder. Yeah, I'm not really sure how do you explain books without giving half the stuff away? Do I just read the back? In the backwoods of Ohio. Willard, I feel like I'm reading like in front of a class at school, and I absolutely hate it. Also, it says, for fans of No Country for Old Men, sure to give you goosebumps. And I loved that movie. In the backwoods of Ohio, Willard Russell's wife is at death's door. No matter how much he drinks, prays, or sacrifices animals at his prayer log. Meanwhile, his son Arvin is growing up. From a kid bullied at school into a man who knows when to take action. Around them swirl a nefarious cast of characters. A demented team of serial killers, a spider-eating preacher, and a corrupt local sheriff. All braided into the riveting narrative of the grittiest American grain. I hate reading out loud. The front says, a smorgasbord. Oh, smorgasbord. I feel like Jim Carrey when I say that. Smorgasbord. I am the Grinch. A smorgasbord of grotesque characters trapped in a pressure cooker plot. Brutal fun. I love this book. I loved it so much. I gave it 5 stars. I did not review it, but I did give it 5 stars. It took me a long time to get into it though. I started reading it on September 8th, and I didn't finish it until September 28th, which happens a lot, as you will be able to tell. Okay, let me see what went wrong. It doesn't say exact dates, but I read about 30% of it was so, maybe not 30%. I read up until like after the prologue-ish, and then a little bit into like the beginning part where it's like him and his dad, and I hated it. I was like, I cannot get behind this. I don't like the vibes. I hate small towns, which come to find out I love small towns. But yeah, I was like, this is Ohio. Why do they sound like they should have southern accents? Come to find out it's southern Ohio. Southeast Ohio. But yeah, I loved it. It was gross, but it wasn't super gross where I was like, blah, like put this away. It was like, oh yes, give me more. I love it. How'd you kill that person? Those the details. Where are the bugs falling? I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. I loved all the interweaving stories and how they were all like connected. That was my favorite part. It wasn't hard to keep track of everybody. It was just intriguing, and I loved how the stories are connected. I love when there is a movie or a book or something where there's a bunch of different separate stories and then they come together at the end. Loved it. What did I read next? Okay, next I read 2 Goosebumps books. First, I don't think I rated these because these are children's books, but I loved the Goosebumps show as a kid, and I love the Goosebumps show now. Check it out on Netflix. And yeah, these are the books. These are children's R.L. Stine Goosebumps books. I read Ghost Beach, and I read Stay Out of the Basement. If you're bored, these are super easy. They're only like 100 pages, and the print is freaking huge. So they literally take you like a couple hours at most, maybe an hour to read. Yeah, this one is about, it's called Stay Out of the Basement, if you can see. It's about these 2 kids, and their dad is a scientist. He's conducting like plant experiments, and they suspect that he's gone a little too far, and he's a plant man. This one, Ghost Beach, 2 kids, all the Goosebumps plots are very similar. This, I also only read these because it's like Halloween and I wanted to get into the spooky vibes. This one is about 2 kids. They're visiting their like great aunt and uncle's house or something, and there's like a legend of this ghost